One of boxing's biggest stars now has an active arrest warrant. And this isn't just local police anymore. The U.S. Marshals are officially involved. Here's what happened, what the charges are, and why this situation just escalated.
We are here to address a domestic violence incident involving professional boxer Jervante Davis.
I'm sure you saw the news about Jervante Davis being arrested once again. Just give me your thoughts,
Unfortunately, man, I hope he come out. You know what I mean? Everybody else come out. I'm not with the domestic violence thing, man, but I hope that, he get that straightened out and he get back to focus on his family and his career. Family first and then career second.
I'm saying I don't know what happened. But I just hope and pray that young man get it together. He's at the top of his career, prime of his career. I would want him to be remembered more by the things that he's doing in the ring rather than out. But, sometimes you got to win in life, too, before you can get in that ring and win. And sometimes life is harder than any opponent that we could face.
Tank Davis, he got arrested. Any thoughts on that one?
He did, huh? Again?
Yeah, again.
Hey, look, I actually like Tank Davis. He's a good, he's a good kid. He's a good fighter, a great fighter, actually. He's one of my favorites.
Jervante Tank Davis is back in the news after Miami police issued an active arrest warrant, which has fans and analysts asking what will happen next with the famous fighter.
Developing right now, a well-known boxer arrested right here in South Florida. Jervante Davis is accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend in Doral.
And this is not the first run-in with the law. Local 10's Roy Ramos is live outside of the jail in West Miami-Dade.
And I know you have some details on this latest arrest for the boxer, Roy.
Christy and Alex says the charge he is facing is battery with domestic violence. And you mentioned this was an ex-girlfriend, but it is also the mother of his children. That, according to police. Let's show you who we're talking about here. You were looking at the mugshot of professional and well-known boxer, 30-year-old Jervante Tank Davis. He was arrested by Miami Beach police early this morning on a warrant for his arrest following an alleged incident that happened in June on Father's Day. In the arrest report we obtained, Davis is accused of striking and slapping the mother of his children in the face, causing injuries to her lip as he arrived to pick up his kids.
The warrant was issued because of a reported misconduct case that happened in Miami Gardens, Florida back in October 2025.
This is not the first time Davis has made headlines for his run-ins with the law involving domestic violence. I tried to speak with him back in 2022 as he bonded out of the Broward County Jail for allegedly hitting his ex-girlfriend outside of his Parkland home, causing injuries to her face. In 2020, he was seen on video grabbing his ex-girlfriend by the throat at a celebrity basketball game. While Davis is known for his fight in the ring, it is his fight with the law that he is facing off with once again. And Davis is expected to face a judge at some point today, likely this afternoon. We will be there for that.
Sadly, this is not the first time Davis has dealt with legal problems tied to misconduct claims. He has a past filled with issues with the police, including earlier misconduct cases, along with other legal troubles too.
What do I mean? I have somebody I have a driver that would take my way. Get him over here then. If you're gonna kick someone out of your house, sir, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I don't have to. I'm sorry. I don't have to do what?
Never. Bravo. 17 miles.
Did you put your hands on her?
No, I did not. Of course she's gonna tell you if she
okay, well,
why did you ask that? Why did you ask that?
However, Jervante Davis has a long record of legal and aggressive behavior that goes back many years. He was taken into custody in February 2020 after claims that he grabbed and pulled his then-girlfriend during a public event.
More about his criminal history, Local 10's Roy Ramos is live in Fort Lauderdale with all of the latest developments. Roy.
Sanella and Louie, and we just obtained the 911 calls made by this alleged victim, and in it you can hear her screaming to that dispatcher to send help because she is in fear for her life.
Hey, Devontae, what do you have to say about the charges against you?
No words from 28-year-old star boxer Jervante Davis as he bonded out of the Broward County Jail Wednesday, a day after he was arrested for allegedly hitting a woman at his Parkland home.
Did you punch that woman in the face?
Davis facing a Broward County judge hours earlier.
2 years earlier, he was also arrested over similar claims linked to misconduct involving a woman.
The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other. He forcefully escorted her down a stairway and toward the parking garage while maintaining his grip on the back of her head. The victim further reported they were previously involved in an intimate relationship for approximately 5 months. Lead detective Gary Florencio obtained and reviewed video surveillance footage that corroborates key elements of the victim's statement. As a result of the diligent and hard work of our Special Victims Unit, an arrest warrant has been issued for Jervante Bryant Davis on the following charges: battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. The investigation determined that Mr. Davis used force to restrain and attempt to remove the victim from the location against her will. The Miami Gardens Police Department is actively working with the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force to locate and apprehend Mr. Davis.
What's up, everybody? Marcos Villegas for Fight Up TV. And let's get straight into it, because this is a serious and developing situation involving Jervante Davis. So what exactly happened? According to law enforcement and court documentation, an arrest warrant has been issued for Jervante Davis stemming from an alleged domestic violence incident that reportedly took place back in October in Miami Gardens, Florida. Police say the incident occurred at a gentleman's club where the alleged victim worked. The charges listed on the warrant are battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. As of now, authorities say that Jervante has not turned himself in, which is a critical detail in how this case has unfolded. And this is where things change. Miami Gardens Police confirmed they are working now with the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force to locate and arrest Jervante Davis. This doesn't just happen automatically. When someone has an active warrant and law enforcement believes they may be difficult to locate, avoiding contact, or capable of crossing jurisdictions, U.S. Marshals are often brought in. For you guys wondering, what exactly do the U.S. Marshals do? I got you. They are the oldest federal law enforcement agency in the country, operating under the Department of Justice, and they specialize in the following: tracking and arresting fugitives, assisting with high-profile warrants, running joint task forces with local police.
Davis is now being sought by police on charges that include battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping tied to a reported domestic case in Miami Gardens. Miami Gardens Police have confirmed they are actively working with the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force to find Davis.
Some interaction with on social. What do you make of maybe the lack of discipline or arrest?
Lack of discipline. Lack of discipline. Is that what you want to put it down to?
Yeah.
It's more than lack of discipline. Yeah. It's vile. So, I mean, I don't condone that at all in the slightest. So it's not got nothing to do with lack of discipline. It's got everything to do with moral compass. And for me, that's just, yeah.
Antonio Tarver, speaking as a respected voice in boxing, shared worry about Jervante Davis' recent legal problems and said that winning in the ring is not enough by itself. He encouraged Tank to take a serious look at his personal life and learn to grow as a person, not just as a talented fighter.
Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing, back with a gym. Checked out the press conference yesterday. Watched the Rise podcast. 2 days ago, watched the Rise podcast response to it yesterday. And I just have to say, I see a lot of people think that, Tank is bluffing with the retirement talk. Could be. I doubt it, though. And I'm going to tell you why I doubt it. When he talked about wanting to seek therapy and the person he has to be in order to be the fighter that he is, and wanting to be a softer person, for his daughters, and wanting to seek therapy and become a better person and be with his children and lead the limelight, it seemed like a lot of emotion and passion in that. He seemed like he really meant what he was saying. There's a lot that comes with not only boxing, because, all fighters deal with certain things with being.
Conor Benn strongly spoke out against Davis after his arrest on domestic violence charges. He called Davis' behavior completely unacceptable and made it clear he cannot support or excuse actions like that in any way.
Now, if I have a contract with you, this doesn't involve you. I understand you got a brand and public relations, all that type of stuff, but technically, this doesn't involve you. So you pulled my $200 Jake Paul contract. What if I'm innocent over here? You know who I'm coming after? I'm coming after you. I want my fucking money, or I want some compensation. But these big companies, they be having stipulations and little clauses in their contracts that give them the ability to cancel contracts for all different types of. I used to have those in RBE, and you leave them as open-ended as possible to give you the flexibility to be able to cancel your own contract. Like, I've canceled like 1 or 2 battles in the tenor of RBE, of me as an owner, and those battlers wouldn't have been able to sue me legally based on what they put their fucking signature to.
Stand with or defend anyone accused of harming or mistreating women.
Hell of a fighter, but he needs to get his mental together. When I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff that he's saying, I can just tell that he's not in love with the sport no more. I can tell that he didn't get his just due. I mean, it was crazy to hear that he said he got evicted out of a house or something like that. And I was just like, what in the world? And like that type of stuff, when you've been fighting and knocking people out and fighting main events. I mean, he fought four main events here at T-Mobile against some of the best fighters. And it's just like, to see that he got evicted from his home and all this other stuff. Now he got kids and, you know, he's not signed with TMT. Mayweather.
These claims have already caused major damage to Jervante Davis' career. The biggest example is the cancellation of a long-awaited fight with Jake Paul. The whole situation has also created doubt about his future matches and his place in the sport. Over the years, Davis has often said he wants to grow not only as a boxer, but also as a father, and as a man he has talked about retiring and spending more time focused on his personal life.
You know, I feel pressure. It's not me fighting home, but the pressure I feel from like what I want to do to, you know what I mean, do to that person type stuff, or like that's showing off my skills. That's showing that I ain't ready to be fucked with. You know what I mean? So that's the pressure.
Given this past, many feel it is important to let the full investigation happen before making final judgments. At the same time, people believe this may be the right moment for him to stop, think, and make real changes both inside and outside the ring. Leonard Ellerby, a longtime promoter and former head of Mayweather Promotions, who has been closely tied to Jervante Davis' career, spoke strongly about the current legal problems. Ellerby said the situation has moved far beyond a small issue and now stands as a serious turning point. He explained that with an active arrest warrant and ongoing claims, the planned fight with Jake Paul is not just unlikely but impossible right now. He also warned that these events could cause lasting damage to Davis' image and place in boxing. His words show how personal problems can quickly affect a fighter's career and why responsibility and balance in life matter so much.
Here we go again. Isn't it a coincidence that every time that Jervante Tank Davis is about to fight, as we all know he's supposed to be fighting the rematch with Lamont Roach, that allegedly he hits one of his baby moms, gets arrested for domestic violence. I'm trying to figure out, is this real or this is just part of a promo? Because it's becoming a tradition. Leading up to the Jervante Tank Davis fight, he gets arrested for domestic violence or something of that nature, right? So put it this way, Jervante Tank Davis was arrested early Friday morning in South Florida. The WBA lightweight champ is accused of hitting his ex-girlfriend on the back of the head and slapping her, source tells me. According to an arrest report, Davis, who currently lives in Coral Springs, was taken into custody in Miami Beach before being...
Clarissa Shields, a champion who knows the pressure of top-level sports, shared honest and caring thoughts about Jervante Davis, while still respecting how talented he is in the ring. She said some of his interviews show there may be emotional struggles under the surface. Shields made it clear that getting help from a professional or talking to a therapist should never be seen as weakness, but as strength and self-respect. She stressed that mental health is just as important as physical training, especially for athletes who live in the spotlight. Her words came from care, not judgment, and reflected her own journey with fame, stress, and big expectations. Many fans felt her message was positive and helpful, pushing Davis to find balance, peace, and stability in his life.
You argue with Floyd Money Mayweather over some women's or women's that y'all both dealing with, Big Polly, we don't know what's going on, or you go ahead and you get domestic violence charges. This is typical Tank rollout. The next thing we're gonna get a toothbrush with shit on the toothbrush where you have to brush your teeth with shit on it. A crazy baby mama might put baby shit on the toothbrush. We're gonna see a whole lot of stuff. That means that Jervante Tank Davis is in camp, he's working out. Tank fans love the ghetto shit. They love Popeye chicken sandwiches. They love poking holes in condoms. They love walking in the club barefooted. They love to have stickers on their fitter caps. They love a whole lot of ghetto shit, man. So this is on brand for Tank fans. The fight's coming out. Everybody don't worry. The fight is coming. This is just a typical Jervante Tank Davis rollout. Ignorant ghetto shit.
Davis has spoken openly before about the emotional pressure that comes with fighting at the very top level of boxing. He said that facing elite and dangerous opponents creates a special kind of stress that goes beyond just training the body in those moments. He admitted that doubt, nerves, and mental weight can show up even for a fighter known for confidence and power. This honesty gave fans a rare look at the human side of a world-class athlete and broke the idea that great fighters never feel fear or uncertainty. His words show that boxing is just as much a mental fight as a physical one. Handling expectations, dealing with public attention, and pushing through inner battles are all part of the path.